Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy, Soft Step. It's a Soft Step Chucking channel. Welcome everyone, welcome. So, most times when I do a video, I have people who ask me these questions a lot. I usually do a video or an education video because people ask me this question a lot. Okay? And one of the questions that I get asked a lot is new drivers who are coming in, especially from Jamaica, Caribbean countries, etc. They ask me, how do they go about getting their TWIC card? Alright guys, welcome back. Please go ahead, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't miss the opportunity to click that notification bell so you get notified when I, Soft Step Chucking channel, post any of its videos. Okay, please hit that thumbs up. You know, it does help the video out. YouTube basically love when you participate with the algorithm, and it gets the video out to more people. So, you know, if you're not donating or giving money of whatever kind, just liking the video helps out. It gets the video more to more people. It get me some more subscribers. So it helps, guys, when you like the video. If you watch the video, like the video, leave a thumbs up. Even if you want to hit the dislike, as long as you're participating with the notification bell, it's much appreciated. Okay, a lot of guys who are watching the videos, they haven't subscribed. Guys, please hit the subscribe button, guys. You don't have to watch these videos every day, which I would love you to, but please hit that subscribe button if you're watching the video, guys. Okay, please, I'm asking you, hit the subscribe button if you're watching the video. All right, hit that like button as well, and share the video to your friends. You know, if you like the topic, if you like the subject, share the video. Well, I haven't been on here in a while. Okay, as you can see, different whip, brand new whip. So we'll talk about that another time. I'll possibly give you guys a tour of the brand new machine. Okay, Cascadia, excellent truck, love it, you know, but we'll talk about it another time. How do you get a TWIC card as a permanent resident of Canada? All right, these are not legal advice, but this is the process that I took. Okay, just let me get that out there. Now, what is a TWIC card? We gotta find out what that is first. Okay, a TWIC card is basically what's the meaning of a TWIC card? Okay, what's the meaning of TWIC? So TWIC is basically transportation worker identification card. Okay, that's your TWIC card. Now, for the TWIC card, why do you need a TWIC card? Okay, why do you need a TWIC card? You need a TWIC card if you're going to be hauling containers on and off these ports of entry or ports that ship different products. It could be cars, it could be fruits, it could be whatever commodity it may be. As long as it's coming off an international port, you might need a TWIC card, or probably will definitely need a TWIC card to haul any freight or work on this property. Now, in another video, I already told you how you can actually enter these property without a TWIC card, but it is very stringent as it relates to security. They tag you, they give you they just identify you. They just treat you like a criminal. I'm telling you. You get a vest, you get a plaque card, you are just like a billboard going up the road or driving around this property. Okay, nice vest, TWIC card, plaque card in the front of your truck, and anywhere you go, you have to have this on, and security watches you everywhere and all this stuff. Okay, so it's good to get the TWIC card. That's just a side note. Okay, so anytime you're dealing with containers from the ports or international waters or international ports of entries, you will need a TWIC card. Okay, if you're working on a ship, you will definitely need a TWIC card. Most marinas, if it has anything to do with international waters, you're gonna need a TWIC card. But right now, this is definitely talking about Canadians who are permanent resident and they need a TWIC card. Okay, don't mind the humming, guys. I haul a reefer, and the reefer sometimes sounds really annoying, I know, and it doesn't, I don't know it until I play the video back that the actual reefer is humming in the background. So I hope you can actually listen and get some information from this video, even with the noise in the background. Okay, guys? So as I said, the TWIC card, you need it because if you're going to work on the ports. Now, the fee for the TWIC card is, the last time I checked, was $125.50. It might change, so you need to get on the TSA website and find out and do some research, get some information about the TWIC card, the fees, and the application process, because you will have to go on the TSA website in order to get your TWIC card application done. Now, TSA is the Transportation Security Administration. So once you go on the website, you're gonna fill out the application. I don't think you're not gonna pay any money until you actually go for your till you make the appointment and you go to the appointment, and then once they know that you qualify for the TWIC card, then they'll charge you. Okay, you don't have to pay any money up front. You don't have to pay any money through the application process on the TSA website. All you have to do is make sure when you go there, you have your cash or however means you pay when you go to the office, and make sure you set up an appointment close to where you work at, or make arrangement to get there. Okay, now before you get to that stage of paying and setting up the appointment to get your TWIC card, you have to do one thing first. If you're in Canada and you're a truck driver or a new truck driver and you want to work on the ports, you want to go pick up loads on the ports, okay, ports of entry, you want to go do anything you have to do with government, high security, maybe they have private stuff or really secret stuff that they want you to go pick up, like for the army or so on and so forth, you will need a TWIC card. Okay, but before you do this, before you do all this stuff, once you find out that the company that you're working for does stuff like this, goes to the port of entries, international areas, and deal with really secretive stuff, you might want to get a TWIC card, because chances are you might be going to one of these locations. Your company, if they're really advanced, will kind of help you to navigate the process and get it, because they know you will need it. But it's a really good tool to have, especially if you go to a company that they don't do a lot of international ports of entries or secretive places where you go pick up stuff, but they might do random stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they might just send you random places, especially if you're working off a load board or something. You might end up going to one of these secret places that you might need a TWIC card. Now, before you go about applying for this TWIC card. And I'm talking mainly about Canadian resident. I'm not talking about citizens. I'm talking about residents. I'm talking based off my experience as a Jamaican coming to Canada, and I wanted to get a TWIC card. Okay, I had to learn the hard way. So this is my kind of information session, so that you don't have to go through the long route like I did. Okay, first you have to make sure that you are eligible to enter the state. A lot of people, let me get closer to the camera. A lot of people, they apply for a visa without even doing any research. If you're going to apply for American visa, please do your research. Please find out if you are actually able to enter the state. If you have any extensive criminal background, you need to double check that, because this will deem you inadmissible to Canada and to the States. But we're talking about people leaving from Canada going to the States. First, you got to make sure that you're actually able to enter the country of the United States. Once you have passed that test, you have done all this research, and you know you can actually enter the United States. Okay? You do the application for your visa, you get your visa. You do the application for your visa. In the process of doing your application for the visa, if you are already a truck driver, okay, and you want to go across the border into the state, and your company might pick stuff up of international ports and very high security locations, you want to apply for a B1/B2 visa. Okay, on this B1/B2 visa, you need to state what the purpose for this visa is. Okay, because they can give you problems if you apply for a visitor's visa and then you start using that visiting visa for trucking. Some people will give you you're touching a gray area when you do that. So make sure you're clear about why you actually need this visa before you actually apply for this visa. Okay, and you state clearly why you need this visa. On this application, if you are already a truck driver, I can't stress that enough, you are going to need to have a letter accompany this application from your employer stating that you actually go to the ports or you pick up stuff from high security location, which will require you to obtain a TWIC card. Okay, without this letter, you're just gonna get a normal US visa, and then you're gonna have to go through all the process of crossing the border in a semi truck and have people ask you question, why didn't you say you wanted the visa for trucking? Because they will ask you that question, because I've had that question asked to me several times, because when I got my visa, I wasn't thinking about trucking at all. But once I started doing trucking, I started using that visa to cross, and it sometimes was an issue, but when I renewed it, then I did it the right way the next time once I renewed it. So once you send this letter in, so that we don't get sidetracked here, once you send this letter in with your application to the visa office, okay, stating that you need company does this, and you will need a TWIC card. What immigration is gonna do, and again, you need to get your own research, guys. All this is my experience, okay? Go get your own do your research. I'm just giving you kind of like just a rundown of what the process I took, okay? Once you send in the letter with your application, you're going to receive from immigration a stamp visa. Providing you get the visa, your visa should stamp TWIC. There should be an area on your visa. If I had my passport with me, I would show you. When you open your passport, on the one of these corners, either the left or the right corner, you should see the word TWIC stamp on your visa. If you do not have this stamp on your visa, don't even start the application process for a TWIC card, because you're not getting it. Okay? Without this stamp on your visa as a permanent resident of Canada, you're not getting this TWIC card. So just make sure that you do your due diligence and get all this information before you start applying for the TWIC card, because the whole process takes about 12 weeks once you send in the application. So if this is something that you're gonna need urgently, you need to get on it like right now, like right away. Just go on the TSA website, which I'm gonna leave a link for that in the description. Get on the application portion, fill it out with all your information, set up your appointment to go into these offices, and make sure you read this information clearly so you know what you need to take with you. If you do not understand something, Google it. You have a computer walking around all day in your hands, Google it. If you don't understand a word, type it in your phone, figure it out before you go up there so you don't waste your time, okay? Because you need to bring some documents with you. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what documents you need when you go to the office for your appointment, but you're gonna need to bring some documents, okay? So read the TSA website carefully, read the application form carefully, but all that comes after you get that letter. Send it in to immigration stating that your company actually goes to the port, goes to secret areas to pick up stuff, and you're going to require a TWIC card. Okay? And make sure that you state on your visa application that you are using this visa because of your job, trucking job. Okay? They'll essentially give you a B1/B2 visa where you can still travel personally in your personal car. However, if they notice that you're using it mainly for trucking and you did not apply or you did not state clearly that that's what you want it for, it might become a problem down the road. Okay? Don't hold me to these things. I said get your own research. I'm telling you based off my experience. I've had to answer questions when I pull up to the border about my visa, because the reason that I applied for the visa is on their screen and they can see it. Okay? And I'm not using the visa for that reason. Every time I cross, I'm using it for a different reason, which is a commercial reason. And there's an actual way to go about getting your visa for transport truck drivers going across the border. If you are a permanent resident, not a citizen. If you're a permanent resident, you just need to bring your passport, etc. Fill out the form, bring your passport, and you're good to go. Now, one more important thing that I have to stamp in this video before is very important. This part of it is very important, and I want you to listen carefully. If you have any crimes having to do with terrorism, I think transport, something to do with transporting, sorry about this whole bunch of arms, transporting liquid or hazardous products, mishandling of hazardous products. If you have anything to do with terrorism, if you have anything to do with making threats to an officer of the law, like a CBP officer or something. If you have anything to do with crimes relating to international borders, international or secret areas, if you have any crimes of terrorism, mishandling of hazardous products, anything to do with bombs, anything to do with any terrorism, anything to do with pedophilia, child, anything to do with child sex, pornography, anything like this stuff, just forget the process. Just forget the process. It's a whole list. Okay? There's a whole list there that if you have anything to do with these things, I wish I had the list. I wish I had wrote it out and have the exact stuff that, like, if you have any of these crimes attached to your name, just leave the process alone. Okay? You might be able, if you have been convicted of something minor or you have something on your record, but it's more than like 7 years, you can actually go ahead and apply, because I think that's the limitation. If you have certain things on your record and it's not on that list that I was naming off, terrorism, child, pornography, pedophilia, whatever, or transporting dangerous goods or mishandling of dangerous goods, whatever, if you don't have anything in the category that I just named, and it's like a kind of like a misdemeanor or something not major, and it's more than 7 years, then you can go ahead and apply for your visa. Okay? So again, I can't stress enough, you need to do your research. Do your research before you go up there trying to apply for this thing and wasting your time. Okay, guys? Now, this card is good for about 5 years, and every 5 years you have to renew this card. So don't think that you're gonna commit crimes in between that and then you're gonna still have a job. You won't have one. I'm telling you that they won't hesitate to yank it. Like, you won't have it. Just like they won't hesitate to yank your CDL if you do certain things on the roads here, they will yank that TWIC card from you. Okay? 5 years you have to renew it. Okay? And I already went over the fees with you, and I already been over most of the stuff that I had to go through in order to get this TWIC card. Okay, guys? So again, this is for mainly Canadian residents. This is not for the US guys so much, but they can still pick stuff from what I'm saying before they even go there to apply for the TWIC card. Because as it relates to crime and all this stuff, applying for the TWIC card applies to even the citizens of the US, okay, and citizens of Canada as well. So if you have certain crimes attached to your name, just forget about the TWIC card process. And also, if you're thinking about crossing the border and you have certain crimes attached to your name, you need to go get it looked after before you even think about doing this, because it will get you turned around. And God forbid you get a nice good load and you getting turned around because you didn't disclose something on your paperwork that you have these crimes attached to you or something. Because there's ways to still get your visa, or you could be a citizen and you've never been across the border before, and you just walk up there with your Canadian passport and you think you're just gonna walk across the border. Nah. Like they'll mess your life up. It will mess your life. It would be easier for you not to try than actually trying, knowing that you have a crime attached to your name, or having certain crimes attached to your name. Because once you show up at the port of entry, like the border, in your semi, and you have certain crimes attached to your name, there's nothing can tell the officers that you did not intend to come there knowing that you have these crimes attached to your name. You have to be really good to prove to them that you did not intend to come to the border knowing that you have certain crimes that deem you inadmissible to the country that you're trying to enter. So please, I cannot stress again, guys, please do your research. Don't get blindsided by getting excited by getting in the truck and driving and not do your due diligence. You need to do your research before you start running up and trying to apply for these things or trying to cross the border. I did a video about crossing the border, but I didn't do it. The amount of things that I could talk about crossing the border, I did not talk about it because it's a lot. It's a lot. But the main thing is, make sure that when you're going to the border or you're going to look for your TWIC card as a citizen or as a permanent resident of Canada, or even the US trying to come into Canada, make sure that you guys do a nice thorough background check for yourselves, because they're going to do a background check on you. Okay? They will dig into your background, dig into your life, and they'll dig up everything. So if you have some stuff on your name that you're trying to hide, applying for a TWIC card is not the best idea. So do your research, guys, and make sure you don't waste your time like I did trying to get my TWIC card the first time, and I went through all the process only to sit down in front of the guy, and the guy looked at my passport, looked at everything, and was like, "Nah, we can't do anything for you, man. If you don't have that stamp TWIC in your visa, we can't do anything for you. You're gonna get a letter from your boss, and your boss got to do this and do that and do that." I just said, you know what? Forget it. I was getting my citizenship real soon anyway, so that helped. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button. Even if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button as well. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Soft Step Trucking channel. Okay, we have these hats coming out soon, different colors. This one's kind of washed out and kind of fading and stuff, it's getting old based on all the washing it's getting. So we have these merch coming on the website pretty soon. We're gonna create that website with the merch and stuff so that you guys can purchase the hats, the t-shirts, the hoodies and stuff. So watch out for that. And again, guys, hit the notification bell. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and feel free to share the video as well, guys. participate. Send me, you know, a comment in the comment section if you like the video. If there's something you want me to talk about and I haven't spoke about it yet, please feel free to send it in the comment section, guys. Anyway, guys, this has been another Soft Step Trucking channel video. Have a nice night.